there's a lot of fans that have come out of the woodwork recently. A few of my guys, I'm like, I did not know you were Fogao like this whole time. You're seeing them, they're engine out, they're at the stadium, they're just cheering along. I'm like, since when? I'm sure you're Vascayano or Flamengo, yeah. People are proud now. You're gonna see. If you see me in a Botafogo shirt, it's not my fault, yeah.
No, I hope you use it. I hope you use it, but I hope you don't jinx it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Is it
an
up there?
Arsenal fan using a Botafogo, I don't know.
I'm not gonna do it. E aí, beleza, bem-vindo. What's up, what's good? And welcome to the Brazilian podcast with me, your host, Stephen, reporting live from Londres. And today we are joined by one of the guys who, you know, when it comes to football, he's going to keep it real. He's going to keep it black and white and sometimes red and sometimes galacticos. We're speaking with the main man, Alex Lyra. Welcome back to the Brazilian podcast, my guy. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up? Just good to be back here. Thanks for having me, man.
Always a pleasure to have you, man. Always a pleasure to have you. And we had to have you on because obviously Botafogo are doing bits right now. And a few months ago, when they started doing bits, I was like, yeah, we should talk. And you said to me, no, no, you don't want to jinx anything.
That's
But
true.
yeah, it's been a few months and they're still up the top of the table, 9 points ahead with, I think it's something like 8 games to go, something like that, or maybe 11 or something. I don't know.
11,
11 games to
11,
go.
11, 11.
Yeah. So how you feeling? How's it feel to be top of the table, to be so much in on track to winning the league?
I'm anxious, man. I'm really anxious. It's been 28 years since we won the championship, the league. So I'm really anxious, nervous about all the things that's happening in the club. We changed the manager so much these during the season, but let's see. I think we're back on our track. So I've got high hopes for this team. Let's see.
Good, good. Yeah, man. I want you guys to win the league. Like you said, 27 years, did you say? Since you
Yeah,
last won?
yeah. It was '95, so I was a
Wow.
kid. I didn't really, enjoy that moment. So I really looking forward to. Let's see how it goes. I
Yeah.
really hope that I'll be in Botafogo, drinking a lot and screaming and having fun by the end of the year.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe, yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, Botafogo were in City B. They're in the Brazilian League um, 2, you could say,
Yeah.
like the first division if it was compared to the Premier League or the Championship. But they're in Serie
Mm.
B, and now obviously they're top of the league, looking like they're going to get it. Like for you to go from a team that was relegated, came back, now they're in the league again. But not only that, they're looking like they're going to win it. They're top of the league, first position. Is this too dramatic for you to just say, you know, I just want us to stay where we should be, or is it like, no, we have to win this league now? Like, do you think this is a rebuilding phase, or they're literally going for it?
I mean, at the start of the season, we didn't really expect to be fighting for the league.
Mhm.
So, like like you said, 2 years ago we were in the second division, and last year our main goal was to manage to keep ourselves in the first league, and we managed to get to the end, fighting for a Libertadores position, which is our Champions League. So we didn't get it. We get like the Europa League, the Sul-Americana. So, but again, the process is super nice, right? The process that we're in, the club is changing, the structure is investing a lot in in the pitch, on the correct players. So, and really give a professional look to the team. Because before that, um, I feel like they were amateurs managing the team, you know. So
Yeah.
now we have a real good management, and you know, I feel like we're on the right path. And of course, after this start, and we're like we saw it, we're on the 27th round, and we're 9 points ahead. So like we really have this opportunity. So I really don't want to miss it. But let's
Hmm.
see how it goes. How it goes. You can, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. We have some like we say here in Brazil, some fat to burn. So, but I don't want to
Some
burn it.
fat to
I
burn.
want to keep fatty. You know, when we have this some gap between
Yeah,
yeah, so we have some fat to burn. But you know, we're really playing well, and I think we can go for it. So
yeah.
I hope that we do.
At the start of the season, what was the president and the coaches and the players? What were they saying? What were the ambitions for the club at the start of the season? You
At
know.
the start, they, you know, they are not very vocal about it. What are the exact expectations? But they give it on the in between the lines that we're aiming for a spot in Libertadores. And then after the third round, we managed to be the leaders. So we're leaders since the third round with 3 wins in a row at that time. And then of course the objectives throughout the season change based on what you're doing, right? And yeah, right now the expectation is actually to win the league. So it changed. It
Yeah,
changed.
yeah. It's good. It changed. It developed. It evolved. Um, yeah. Who for our community, just quickly, I do want to just say, just if you could just talk us through Botafogo in general, like who they are as a team, what they represent, where they're based, and some of their best players. Just just give us a little breakdown for our
Yeah,
community
yeah, yeah.
who might not even know about, who maybe not heard too
Sure.
much about
Happy
Botafogo.
happy to share more about my team. So Botafogo is a club that plays in Newton Santos, which is our stadium named after our one of the greatest left backs in history. He played for the Brazilian national team, and he only played in Botafogo throughout his whole career. He played in the 60s. Um, we have our club main building, like I'm not sure how to say that,
Like a
the sede.
clubhouse or
Yeah, the
stadium.
clubhouse. the, Not the stadium. The stadium is in Engenho de Dentro, which
Yeah.
is west zone in Rio de Janeiro,
Mhm.
and our club is based in Botafogo, which is actually the neighborhood real close to the Sugarloaf and all that. It's real nice. We have now a museum, like I was saying, that the structure is increasing and being really well treated now. We have now we're about to actually release the museum, um, and I mean it's the black and white shirts. That's why you said sometimes in black and white.
Mhm.
Uh, Super nice. And we have the main goal scorer in the season, Chiquinho Soares, which I think all Brazilians hope that they that the that our coach, the Brazilian coach, will actually pick him coming forward,
Oh yeah,
because
you want him to
he's
be in the seleção?
yes, yes. I think not only the Botafogo fans, but I think also the Brazilian fans in general, because we're all seeing what Chiquinho is doing here. He's like a top player. He's been playing European football for several years. He was playing in Porto Champions League. He played in Olympiacos before coming to Brazil, and his experience. He's strong. I mean, I have only good
Only
things
nice
to
thing
say
to say
about
about
that.
him. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. He's one of the main players in our squad.
yeah.
We also have two players now in the seleção brasileira,
Hmm.
uh, which are the goalkeeper Lucas Perry, and now we have also Adrielson, one of the center backs. Um, I mean, Botafogo represents sort of the underdogs in a way, because we're not the biggest crowd in terms of fans,
Hmm.
but we are very very loyal, and we I think we see ourselves as a little bit crazy because we've been somehow mistreated a lot, but we are
Yeah,
always there. We're always
yeah,
there supporting the club, supporting the team, and I mean it's just really nice to go to Newton Santos, have a beer with the friends and reconnect. So it's a lovely team. Everyone will enjoy watching a match there, of course.
obviously, when I first moved to Rio, a lot of people would tell me, if you support Botafogo, that means that you're an old person or you're not cool. Why is it that people in our generation aren't necessarily expected to be Botafogo supporters instead they'll perhaps support Corinthians or Flamengo or if they're in Rio or whatever? Why is it that Botafogo has that kind of niche crowd of the older generation?
Yeah, I think I think one of the main reasons is Botafogo made a lot of success during the 60s, 60s and 70s, and then we spent some years without reaching a trophy. And some of our rivals, they were making a lot of success.
Ah,
And
okay.
then when other teams are making success and your team is not winning anything, kind of drives the population. So young people, they were also a lot actually very influenced by TV Globo, which is clearly a Flamengo supporter.
Hmm.
Um, so
Like the rest of Brazil,
like the rest of Brazil, exactly.
you know?
So so they managed to influence so many people into turning into Flamengo, and also the success that Flamengo was making in the 80s. That also, of course, contributed to that. So I think that's why people are always saying, "Yeah, you're Botafogo, you're old," but it's not like that. If you go to the stadium, you see a lot of young people, crazy young
Yeah.
people having fun, and yeah, that's how it is. But it is just one of the things that people say to try and make fun with the other.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Listen, I'll be honest, there's a lot more. I know like about five or six Botafogo fans that are like yourself, diehard fans, go to the games, love the team, all of that. But there's a lot of fans that have come out of the woodwork recently. A few of my guys, I'm like, I did not know you were Fogão like this whole time. You're seeing them, they're engine out, they're at the stadium, they're just cheering along. I'm like, since when? I'm sure you're Vascayano or Flamengo, you know. People are proud now. You're gonna see. If you see me in a Botafogo shirt, it's not my fault, yeah.
no, I hope you use it. I hope you use it, but I hope you don't jinx it.
Yeah, exactly.
like
Is it
an
Oscar?
Arsenal fan using a Botafogo. I don't know.
I'm not gonna do it. Maybe that top is beautiful, but I might. Um, yeah.
but you know what? That's something that a lot of people are saying around here.
Mm,
Because now that we're in a good path, people are saying, "Oh, you're a Botafogo. You never say anything. You're never wearing the
yeah.
shirts and all that, and now you're sudden Botafogo." But we see people saying to each other
They
this,
said about
but
you.
everyone knows. No, everyone knows I'm Botafogo
Okay,
because I've
okay.
been there in the lows. You know, I've been there in the lows, so everyone knows.
You were there shooting in the gym. You were there. Yeah, I mean, it will be impossible, well, not impossible, but it's very difficult 10 years ago to find a Man City supporter. And now, especially my experience in Brazil, there are a lot of Man City and PSG supporters. A lot of people support Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City. not the teams like Liverpool, Man United back in the day,
Mm.
Arsenal, the sort of the classic teams that people would support. And Man City tend to be growing. You've got Inter Miami, you've got all of these, a lot of things are happening internationally, and a lot of football tends to be coming closer together in terms of the ownership of clubs and stuff. As a fan of both Botafogo and obviously you're a Liverpool fan as well, you're a Real Madrid fan, you're a fan of international football. How do you feel about the influx of foreign investment into the Brazilian league? Like, is it a good game changer? Is it something that it adds an interesting dynamic? What do you think?
Yeah, for me, it's very interesting because, like I said, we here football and politics used to be a lot together, and
Mm.
people don't take politics very seriously, and they were not taking football very seriously. So they were basically trying to make it work for their own benefit and trying to make money out of it. And I feel that nowadays with the influx of money and international owners, this has changed. They are trying to, because we most of our clubs, they have elections and they change the management in 3 4 years.
Yeah,
So what they tried to do was to take the most out of it in these 3 4
yeah,
years, but to their own benefit, not trying to make a club that is sustainable, that is always growing, that is always making money. And I feel this has changed. So we have a lot more structure nowadays, clever investments. You know, people really uh, well trained for their positions. Like you have a scout that has a background in scouting. He really knows about it. He really understands the
mm,
market. So you know the specialists are doing their functions, and we used to have amateurs. So is changing a lot. It's changing a lot. So I see with very good eyes, and especially for me that is now everything is working away. So we're all Botafogo fans are really happy, and I feel like the Brazilians in general are happy with this change.
yeah. I remember. I think Man City bought, or their owners own
Bahia,
Bahia. Yeah.
yeah.
I think Arsenal have some kind of partnership with Sao Paulo. Don't know how strong it is, but do you guys have one with an English club? Would you like one with an English club? Have some kind of
We
partnership or ownership or
we sort of have now with Crystal Palace because
okay.
John Textor is the owner of Botafogo. He has 90% of Botafogo. He bought it last year. And John Textor is also a minority owner in Crystal Palace. So there is already a connection there. And this guy, John Textor, he also owns some other clubs throughout the world. He owns Molenbeek in Belgium, and he owns the Lyon in France.
Oh
So
wow.
which is a
Yeah.
very big club. So there are pros and cons, of course, in everything. Lyon is already looking to sign our main stars, the ones that are in the seleção brasileira.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, I feel that if it was if this happened, I don't know, 3 4 years ago, we had such a good start. Our we have the your summer window, right? And we are also on our window, but our winter window, which is quite smaller, a little bit smaller than the summer window in our place.
Okay.
And usually this is a window that in a way hurts a lot of Brazilian clubs because we are in the middle of the season and we had like so many players doing well and stuff, and these players can be
They go
bought
to Europe.
from
Yeah.
mostly from Europe. So, but this year we managed to hold the guys at least until the end of the season, when we may be selling them, but also making some good money, and we have the possibility with a bigger window to try and make more intelligent investments. So I think it's natural that football is changing in that way because it makes a lot of sense to have these clubs throughout the world, and you have the ability to change
Mhm.
to sell inside the your partnership. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good.
Yeah, I
But
think
now, like nowadays, sorry to go so long,
go
but
on, go on.
nowadays we have the strength to hold at least until the end of the season. That's my point. So I
Yeah,
think that's good.
which is super good, which is what you wouldn't have wanted. You mentioned about Crystal Palace being the or one of the owners of Crystal Palace or part owners of Crystal Palace is the owner of Botafogo. I remember Crystal Palace, they it felt quite random at the time because they don't normally sign big international players. I mean, or they don't really sign international players. They signed, oh man, what's his name? Mateus Franco from Flamengo. I think he's one of the young Flamengo stars.
Oh yeah, Matheus
Like
Franco.
young kid, yeah, Mats Franco.
Mhm.
Sorry. He hasn't kicked the ball yet. He's not kicked the ball yet. Which was expected. Um, with players like that, where they've come from Brazil, where they probably could have done something there, and then I don't know if you know if he played for Flamengo, but
He
would it
did.
be
He
good to
did.
see, he did? Okay, so would it be good to see one of your guys end up on the bench at Crystal Palace as opposed to actually playing for your team and doing stuff where he can actually do it in Brazil as opposed to being a reserve or a fringe player in Brazil? As a fan, how do you feel?
Now I wouldn't like that. Of course, if it takes one of our stars here to be on the bench for Crystal Palace, for instance, or maybe Leon, I wouldn't like it. But that's how it goes as well, right? It's not often that the international, especially when they are young, that they fall running. So
Yeah,
usually
they
it
hit the
takes a
ground
while
running.
for them to adapt and really understand the culture. It's a whole new world for them. They're really young. It takes a while for them to really start playing well. So I understand this process, but in this case, they changed. They take a guy from Flamengo, so I actually liked it. So I
Yeah,
really liked it because in a way they are making our competitor weaker. But of course, they put some money on the table to take him. So
yeah,
it is
what it
part of
is.
the game. It's
Yeah,
part of the game. Yeah.
exactly. Your team's doing very well right now. Obviously, first place with 9 points, with 11 games to go, looking like they're going to win the league, which is great. I'm sure you're very excited. I'm sure more Fogals, more Botafogo supporters are super happy. But are you still keeping up with the Premier League? Have you seen what's
If I'm
happening?
still,
Are you still watching the Premier League?
yeah. To be honest, last year I was watching a little bit more, a little bit more. Liverpool actually since last year was a little bit like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I was I was not super excited to watch the games, but I did watch a lot of Arsenal. I did watch a lot of Arsenal. I
yeah.
watched a lot of Manchester City as well. But yeah, I mean during the weekend I always try to at least watch one game
Hmm.
and keep up. But lately I've been uh, favoring
The
the
real one.
Brazilian league.
Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Um,
You get it.
yeah, I get it. Well, I mean, focusing on Botafogo, then, in your opinion, what qualities or strategies should Botafogo focus on to improve their standing, like, so that it can, like, what do they actually need just to get them over the line so they can fully establish that they are champions? Because it could happen in like next 5 or 6 games, mathematically.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could.
What do they need to do?
So we we have changed the managers so much. We started the season with Luis Castro, which is now coaching Al Nasser. He received this Al Nasser opportunity. It's a lot of money. It's an opportunity to coach international players. He's a Portuguese coach, so he has the opportunity to coach Cristiano Ronaldo now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a great opportunity. I totally understand his standpoint, and but this has shaken our season in a way. We managed to put the interino, the guy from our club that it was he was already
The interim
uh,
manager.
the
Yeah.
interim
Interim. Yeah.
manager exactly. And then we brought a guy, a Brazilian guy that was uh, auxiliary coach in Lyon, Claudio Caçapa. We brought this guy in between managers while Luis Castro was out, and before we put the new manager. We managed to win 4 games in 4 matches. We won all the games. The guys were playing really well. This counter-attacking football, transitional, like super fast. It was amazing. It was one of the greatest periods in this year.
Hmm.
And then we brought another Portuguese guy called Bruno Lage. He he didn't get the same success as the previous ones. And we just changed. We just sacked Bruno Lage um, 1 match ago. So last match we played again with our interim manager, and he's gonna be there until the end of the season. So I think
Oh.
that was one of the things that we needed to do. We needed to sack Bruno Lage because the players were not in the same vibe as he was. He
Mm.
was trying to make some changes that the players were not really uh, able to understand. They were not really able to reproduce in the pitch. He also made a lot of changes on the players itself, putting some guys in the middle to play wide, changing the
Mm.
fullbacks. So I really I didn't agree with all these changes, but he's the boss. He has to do what
Yeah. It's the
he
final
thinks
word.
is best.
Exactly.
But then uh, after this change, last match we won Fluminense, which is also one of the top
Yeah.
teams
Fluminense up
in
there.
Brazil nowadays.
Hmm.
They are in the Libertadores final,
Yeah, they
and
are.
we beat them 2-0 in Maracanã, which is their stadium.
Hmm.
So that was quite nice. So I think it's actually to try and keep the same pattern that was successful and trying to evolve from there. That's what I think we need to do.
Super resistant. You can sack a manager and still like 3 managers in one season and
Yes.
still come and still win the title. I don't even know if that's ever happened. That's
Me
crazy.
neither. That's insane. That's insane. That's the recipe for failure, right?
That's the rest. That's
Changing
the,
manager so much.
if you got relegated, everyone would be like, okay, well, yeah, it makes sense. It's a shame, you know,
Yeah.
he went to play with Cristiano Ronaldo, the other one, blah, blah, blah. They didn't get on. Crazy tactics. No one really agreed with the coach. You guys are top with all of this
Yeah.
stuff happening, you know? It
Yeah.
just feels like it's your year, but I don't want to jinx it. I'm gonna wear my Fluminense top on the next podcast just to prove that I'm not. I don't want to jinx you guys. Cool.
That's cool.
So today, of all days, like as in, with stuff that's happening with the foreign investment in football, um, do you feel like there's more similarities today with the Brazilian league, South American football maybe with European? Do you feel like there's more similarities with international football in general? Does it compare to the to Europe, to the Premier League?
I think it is now closer. The
Mm,
difference is not so high as it was maybe 10 or 15 years ago. I think it is changing
mhm.
for a while now. It's getting closer for a while now, but still you see a big gap. If you watch a game in the Premier League and you watch a game in the Brazilian league, you see a big gap in terms of the pitch, the quality of the pitch, the quality of the game itself. Um, there's still a lot of malandragem, what we call.
Shithousery.
How can I translate that?
We say
uh,
shithousery. We say, yeah,
Shithousery.
shithousery. It's like a
Yeah,
bit of cheating, a bit of playing dirty, you know.
yeah. Showboating, but
Yeah,
showboating, I don't think it's a bad thing, but
not when you're winning
shithousery.
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Showboating is great when you're winning every week, you know. That's the best.
yeah.
Sportsmanship. Um,
But yeah, I think sometimes it lacks a bit of sportsmanship around here. But that's because we're so passionate. It's really different. The culture is really different, and the way we cheer for our team, it's all about passion. So when our team is doing good, we feel like we're on top of the world, and we want to make fun with everyone. And when our club is doing shitty, you just wanna put out or release all your anger, and you do it that on the stadium, and then you're criticizing the coach, you're criticizing the players that are playing. So it's very like that around here.
yeah. Yeah, no, you're a true fan, man. You're a true fan. I've seen you on days when Botafogo don't win, and yeah, it's it's really sad actually. It's like, whoa, man. It's just football, man. Relax. You know, go to the beach. You know, what's Flamengo? It's the same. I'm joking.
Oh man.
I'm joking. Of course not. And and
Yeah,
and and Flamengo fans are not the same as Botafogo fans. I go on all records by saying that I'm not a Flamenguista, and I really
they
don't.
are definitely
All
not.
because of their fans, but whatever. Love for my Flamenguistas, but yeah. Botafogo fans have a rich history. You guys have a bit more class to yourself, especially the younger ones, our generation, where they didn't get to see much victories, yet they're still loyal, they still support their team. What what do you think? How do you think that influences what's happening right now? Do you feel like the fan base is fully backing? You know, are you guys just super happy when you meet up? I know you have a few groups of Fogal fans where you guys meet up and you go to games and that. Like, how is the energy in the stadium and how is the energy amongst the fans right now?
Yeah, the change, the confidence really changed. Like uh I
Yes,
think
my
we
guy.
used to be like non-believers. Botafogo was winning, like, give it some years ago. Botafogo was winning 2-0 uh by by the minute, the like 80 or 85.
Yeah,
We were still like super anxious, super nervous. But nowadays you see on the stadium, people are really confident. And this has changed a lot. This is a big difference for Botafogo, I think. So the energy is much better,
Do you
much
think
better.
do you think it can be sustained next year? Do you think it'll be the same next year?
I think so. I think so. I don't know what exactly, but there is a real connection between the players and the fans. So I think this could be maintained, especially if we maintain some key players that we are really connected to, like Chiquinho. Chiquinho is our goal scorer. He's our best player he is the best player in the season. So if we manage to keep some of these guys, I think we really can keep this connection. And like if you take the last games this year, we are beating records of audience in the stadium. We are almost every single match we are selling all the tickets, which is not really common for us. It's
Hmm.
not easy to go to the
Oh,
stadium.
the
Sometimes the
hell.
games are not so good.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the time playing 9:30 on a weekday, and then the game ends by 11:30. You get home
11:30.
by
Yeah.
midnight or something. So, but now people are really going, really cheering for it. So I think this connection will be kept.
Yeah. I remember 2 years ago, was it Hulk, uh, Galão, Atletico,
Galão, yeah,
Atletico Mineiro? They were, really doing bits. They had a lot of investment. Um, Sao Paulo were doing a little, doing bits. I think this the following year, Curitiba, not Curitiba, sorry, Atletico Paranaense. How do you say it?
Paranaense, yes,
Yeah.
Atlético Paranaense, yeah,
Obviously, Sao Paulo, no. Obviously, Corinthians and Palmeiras,
Palmeiras,
they're always going to
yeah.
have that investment. But is the writing as simple as this? To have the most investment, win the league. Is that just how it works in Brazil?
No, I don't think so. Like we are not the highest investment. Botafogo is not the highest investment. Flamengo is probably the highest investment, and then I think it's Palmeiras. But of course, it helps a lot. But it's not the only thing that matters, right? Like in life. But you see, Flamengo is making. I think they still run a very amateur management, and even though they have a lot of money, they make a lot of stupid decisions.
Mm.
So like based on passion and not rationalizing much.
Yeah.
So and if you talk to Flamengo fans, they will probably agree because they kind of throw their year on the trash. They of course they can still win some trophy. Well, at least win one trophy, but they changed managers after they won the Libertadores and the Copa do Brasil, which is the Brazilian Cup.
Mhm.
So they sacked that manager, which had he had the the players in his hands. He was really able to connect to the players and all that. And they tried to put another manager, a Portuguese guy that was actually coaching Corinthians before, and you know, I don't know, maybe just because he looked fancier than the guy that was before,
Mhm.
to make a presence. That's
Yeah.
my feeling. But some decisions that really don't make a lot of sense. And now they spent a lot of time with Sampaoli, which was who was also a guy that has complicated vestiário. How do you say vestiário again? Dress room, a complicated dress room. Like he wasn't really able to manage all the egos, to really connect the guys and all that. So in Flamengo, there is a lot of ego
Yeah.
fights.
Who was the guy that you said managed to get everyone together? Was it Roger Seni
Uh, no, after him,
after him?
Dorival, Dorival,
Okay. Yeah. And right now,
Dorival Junior.
who's their next manager? Apparently, it might even be him at the time this goes out, but is it Tichy is gonna be their new manager? Or is that not
Yeah, it's Chichi. Yeah, it's
crazy?
gonna be him. I think he was announced last week or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just announced. Yeah, so he's gonna coach Flamengo.
And
That's
who's gonna coach Brazil?
yeah. So nowadays we have Fernando Diniz,
Hmm.
who is the Fluminense coach. So he's
Yeah.
coaching Fluminense and the seleção. But I
How does
think
that
he's
work?
the
How does that work? He's
well on a day to day he's in Fluminense,
Jimenez. Yeah.
uh, and then when it comes to the international window, he goes just like a player. He goes to seleção brasileira to coach there. But of course, he's probably doing a lot of seleção brasileira work on his free time,
Hmm.
his free time from Fluminense. But yeah, it's something like that. So nowadays we're on the window, right? When we're recording this, and Fluminense has the auxiliary, his second man or his right hand,
Hmm.
doing all the training, doing all the stuff while he's in Brazil.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I do hope that he yeah, I Fluminense is obviously my team, whatever that means, but like yeah, I do hope that he is successful. So what happened to the Ancelotti rumors? Did it just not happen? It just faded away.
No, the rumor is that Ancelotti will join Brazil by the end of I think by the end of the season, or yeah, by the end of the European season, or maybe in January.
Okay.
But I think it will be by the end of the season.
Okay, cool.
So June 24,
Yeah.
something like that. But we never
Okay.
know. Maybe Diniz is doing really well, and we want to keep him. I don't know. I would I would like that. I think Diniz is playing a very different football. I think there's a lot of quality, and it's something I really enjoy watching his clubs playing. So
Yeah,
I like him.
it should be good, and also it'll be nice to see but the potential of some more in-house players as well. Some players that play at the Brasileirão. If they're in the Brazilian league, maybe
Exactly.
they can get in, because otherwise it's just full of everyone who's in Europe and potentially Saudi Arabia. But it would be nice to see. And always you always hear about this manager has his favorites, this manager has his favorites. I heard a lot of that when Tichy was around. A lot of people didn't like
Mm.
who he picked and stuff like Renato Augusto was his name, and
Yeah.
yeah, and some other players. All right, last question. This is an easy one, but I'm going to ask it anyway just to check. It might be difficult, who knows? But I have a feeling I know the answer. If you had a choice to have a friendly match between Botafogo, Liverpool, and Real Madrid, which team would you root for, and what do you think the scoreline would be? So Liverpool, Botafogo, Liverpool, Real Madrid, which has happened so many times in our lifetime that we've known each
Mm.
other at least, and Liverpool, Botafogo, Liverpool, Real Madrid. Which one? What do you think the scoreline is? So Liverpool, Botafogo. What's the scoreline?
Oh, that's really tough. I think we would manage maybe to get a draw. I don't know. Nowadays, I think we could get a draw. With our team
Our
playing like
game.
this,
Which team is our team? Because Liverpool are not playing. Okay, they're better now, but you could.
Botafogo is Botafogo is better, and
Yeah.
Liverpool's not playing that well,
Hmm.
but they still have like Mo Salah. They have Soboslai. They have so many guys that can really make a difference. I don't know. That would be a really really cool game to watch,
Hmm.
especially for me. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe victory 1-0, Botafogo victory 1-0, 2-1. Our defense is solid, man. Solid. Believe
No.
it.
So real talk. You don't want Botafogo to batter Liverpool.
I want to.
Oh, okay.
I want to. I just don't think that would happen.
Okay.
If I could choose the score line, I don't know, 7-1, Botafogo 7, Liverpool 1. If I could choose it, but I don't think that's gonna
At
happen.
the Maracanã.
Yes, imagine. Oh my God, Mo
Wow.
Salah coming here playing in Brazil. That would be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool. It wouldn't look nice if a Brazilian team battered an English team 7-1, but it is what it is, and it would be nice.
Yeah.
All right, so what about, I mean, obviously Liverpool, Real Madrid, that happens a lot. I'm sure
Yeah.
you always lean towards Liverpool, but you know, you love both teams.
Mm.
Liverpool, sorry, Botafogo, Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. You're in
That's
Spain now.
difficult.
You got Flamenguistas. You got Vinny Jr. You got the
Yes.
new Brazilian coach or the new coach of Brazil. Sorry, the Brazil national team, Ancelotti.
Mm.
And then you've got, is it Casapa? Your,
Caçapa.
yeah, your
No,
coach.
our nowadays is Lucio Flávio.
This Fabio. Yeah,
Lucio
okay.
Flávio.
Yeah,
Yeah. Caçapa, he moved to another club from John Textor actually. He's
okay.
coaching at Molambique. But Lucio Flávio, I mean, he's not a very experienced manager, so I think he would maybe be schooled by Ancelotti. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. But you know, Real Madrid at Bernabeu, that's that's really for few clubs to win
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe Tiquinho can really make a difference. Tiquinho and Eduardo there in between. Well, Courtois is not playing. Also,
Mm,
the Militão is not playing. So I think Chiquinho between Alaba and Rudiger there, maybe he can make some distractions.
okay. Wow. You really
I don't know.
went.
I'm just trying to sound confident because I want to keep it like that.
If it was that Engenhão, 3-0, but 7-1 Botafogo. Of course.
7-1 Botafogo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
maybe we won 7-1 here, then we lost 3-0 there.
Yeah, yeah.
Aggregate, we win.
You
That's
win.
fine.
That's how it works. That's how it works. I listen, Alex, man, always a pleasure, my guy. Always great speaking to you. Thanks for today. Appreciate it, man. Yeah,
Likewise, man.
I don't know. You don't really use socials anymore and stuff like that, so I'm sure you probably don't want to big up the socials. I won't keep this in if you don't.
No, yeah,
Um,
no, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, absolutely great seeing you again, man. Next time we'll catch up at the end of the season where hopefully Botafogo have won the title and we're just talking about, what's more important, Libertadores or Mundial and all these other things that will come your way, I'm sure. Fingers crossed for that. And yeah, just thanks again, man. A massive pleasure having you on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot for the space and great to chat with you again.
Yeah,
So
man. Always, brother.
hope to be happy by the end of the year so we can have a really nice conversation.
Yes, yes, exactly. Cool, man. All right. Well, on that note, communidade, just like to say goodbye for me. Alex, say goodbye to the community.
Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, comunidade. Thank you.
All right, cool. And yeah, até logo. Oh, sorry. A little. Obrigado, até logo, and peace.
Peace.